week into the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flushed out right. Throwing right, and that's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
He'll look to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Back to throw again. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. This defense for the Vikings, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Vikings are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. He's going through a rough patch throwing the football. 4 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive starts the game with a pick here.
But we did spend time with the head coach and the offensive coordinator and asked him, what did you see on tape? What did you see on film? And they talked about mechanics, making sure that he gets his feet underneath him, doesn't overstride, does a better job taking care of the football. And I think they're as shocked as anyone to see the first one of the game here in this one.
Yeah, he needs to start heeding their advice. Off the bootleg, Whitaker sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or two. Towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Off the play fake, Whitaker looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And they will score a pick-6 for Bears touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tank.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Off play action. Whitaker. He'll buy some time right. And he's out right at the 25. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Back to throw. Whitaker. Over the middle, it's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll roll him out right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
And a nice call and really good execution there because they gave him a little bit of a different launch angle perhaps, you know. You don't want to have the quarterback dropping back 5 to 7 steps on every play and have the defense zero in on it. There you hope that you get your defense going one way. They sent him the other, and they picked up nice yardage with that completion.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field. 2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll make it 2nd down. Looking to throw. Whitaker steps away to his left. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Looking to throw on second down. Whitaker escaping the pressure right. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one. And the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
That's a corner that got in there for the sack. Dante Jackson. On 4th down, Whitaker. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and that will force a turnover on downs. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Flush to his right, and that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this returnable for Hines. Yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down. Whitaker. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And Nick Bosa is so quick on the outside, he gets in there to bring him down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Operating from the gun, Whitaker. Throwing left side, it's complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Hines. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Whitaker. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Whitaker rolling to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Hines now on the return. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. And Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
On 1st down, it's Hines. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. Off-play action. Whitaker. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Second and 3. Throw right side complete to Carter. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up third down.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end here. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Whitaker. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
They'll run on 1st down. Hines. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. From the gun, Whitaker escaping the pressure right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off around the 41. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Jeff Gladney. And the Vikings are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Whitaker. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. To throw on 2nd down. Whitaker. And my goodness, another interception. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Bears will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
But someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. 2nd and 9 now. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Whitaker. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Flush to his right. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And this one dropped in the end zone. Oh, looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Bears will get the football back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. To Barkley on the check down. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their 1st. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Buying time to his left. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. A very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. They'll go with the keeper, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown on the season as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. On 1st and 10, Whitaker. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Whitaker escaping the pressure right. Throw left side complete. That's Hines. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 32 yards.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a shutout. This offense wants to get rid of that zero. On 1st down, Whitaker. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sideline.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Able to get there and pick it. And the Bears will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Running again with Barkley on second down. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the